Now I get to trade in some pretty amazing things. Caviar, truffles, mushrooms, all sorts of beautiful and sparkly products within the gourmet industry. But nothing quite compares to the thought of eating edible gold. And today we're in the heart of Tuscany and we're visiting a producer that really has no equal. It's Giusto Manetti, and these guys have been making edible gold products since the 16th century, and their product really shines. I can't wait to show you through the whole production.
No, but the company started back in 1600 doing gilding for the Medici family. So
it's an incredibly long time.
Yeah, gilding on top of the cathedral in Florence.
Yep.
So we've been really producing a lot of gold leaf for buildings all over the world, and then people like you came along and wanted gold to eat. So
absolutely, that's what I'm very much interested in. Don't tell me this is gold on the floor.
Yep, it's 23 3/4 carat.
No way.
Almost pure gold.
That's incredible.
98.5% gold. It's gilded on top of terracotta, produced in just south of Florence.
Wow.
And then covered with an epoxy resin, so you can jump.
You
up
can
and
step
down.
on it.
Yeah.
And it'll never lose its shine.
Nope, absolutely not. Nope.
Great.
It's been here for 3 years and holding up.
So,
well, yeah.
Should we go and have a look at the production?
Please do. That's
unreal.
What we're here for.
Let's go.
Okay.
So the bars have just arrived from the bank. Yeah. What happens now?
They come here into the melting room. They're put into the crucible inside the furnace, and then they add a few pearls of silver, a few sheets of copper, if necessary. You don't have copper in edible gold, which is important, and they're melted down here and mixed.
And what temperature is it in there?
It's 1060 degrees Celsius, now which is the melting point of gold.
That's somewhere you definitely don't want to be sticking your finger. Now what happens here?
Well, we've just had the ingot come out of the melting.
Yes.
This 2 kilo ingot here, and it's now being put through a roller, which is basically a glorified mangle, used to use for wringing out clothes. And he's putting it through, and every time it goes through, it gets a little bit thinner and a little bit longer.
So how many times? Obviously, it's going to go through an incredible amount of times.
Well, it's going to go through for a total of about 60 times, and the total time will be about 2 or 3 hours.
Wow. Now it's only been 10 passes and you can already see that it's really starting to thin out. That's really quite something. After the product's gone through the machine 60 times,
that's right,
it's come into this really fine long ribbon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I can see it's incredibly thin and incredibly even. It's perfect.
It's smooth. It's the same thickness all the way through. It has to be to be made into gold leaf.
Right.
This is how it looks. You see, how
it's so delicate.
Yeah, it's like the thickness of tinfoil, more or less.
The product's been rolled.
Yep.
It's been flattened.
Yes.
And it's been cut, and now it comes here.
Cut into small squares, which are then put into this paper here, as you see.
And how many squares are we talking here?
Here there are about 600 squares.
600 squares.
So the hammer is staying in one place. It's beating in the centre of that circle, but the gold in the pack is moving around on a turntable, so that it's
evenly beaten.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, we saw the squares being put into the beating paper in the other room, and now there are about 1,500 sheets of gold in this pack here.
Yes.
And now this is going to be put into a beating machine.
Yes.
Which is a lot more delicate and precise than the first beating machine we saw.
Okay.
And at the end of the beating cycle, it's beaten by hand, because we found that the hand beating makes the gold smoother than if we just beat by machine.
Wow. You wouldn't want to get your fingers caught in there.
No, I think he has done once actually. I think Luke's got one crushed finger.
Wow. Look at that.
And there we go. Isn't that beautiful?
Now from here I noticed that obviously it's not got its nice square edges.
Yeah, exactly.
It obviously goes to another step where it needs to be trimmed.
Yeah, which unfortunately you can't see here because we actually send the gold out of the factory.
You send the gold away?
Yeah.
Really?
We don't tell anybody about it, but we do.
No
it's actually sent to home workers, so they get a pack of gold like this and a pack of empty booklets. They cut the gold at home, put it in the booklets and bring it back here. But everything's weighed in and weighed out, so there's no chance of anybody stealing any gold or
Wow.
running off
I
with
never
it.
would have thought the product goes off site.
Yeah.
Now, Edward, the booklets have been returned. Well, let's hope that the booklets have been returned.
They have.
All the little ladies
sure,
that have been carefully working with the product.
Yep.
And they come to the last step of the process.
Yeah, because the ladies who work at home are working so intensively that they can't be 100% sure that every leaf is perfect.
Right.
So they come here. We have 4 full-time women here who check every single leaf one by one. And any leaves which have some kind of imperfection or
Like these ones, for example.
Yeah, it's got a hole in.
In the middle.
So it gets rejected and replaced with a perfect one to guarantee that the customer gets the best possible product.
Wow, you would never have thought that there are so many steps before the product can enter the booklet and come to little old Australia.
Yeah.
Now, Edward, there's 2 product types or products that you create. There's the products for gilding, and there's the products that I'm specifically interested in, which is the edible gold.
Sure.
Why did you, or how did you ever come up with the idea of taking the gold this thin and making it edible?
But something's been used in throughout history, really, all over the world. So we had a few requests years ago for making edible gold. So what we did, we started separating the production of the edible gold from the other gold, using separate hygienic materials, different paper, and we have this department here, which is the edible gold department, which is actually certified by the local health authority as a food grade facility. Yeah, so basically it starts off like this. So we get this product from the beating, and obviously it's not cut into a square because it doesn't need to be. So this product is simply put through a mill.
So there's a use for every bit of the gold along the way.
Exactly, yeah, nothing's wasted.
And this one?
So this is the largest cut, which is called flake.
Wow.
Which we sell mainly for industrial purposes. Customers can then break it down as they want.
It's it's incredible.
Yeah. And then we have this one, which are called petals or flakes.
Yes.
And this one called crumbs, and then the smaller one called powder.
Now you do something else that's really of interest to me too, and that's the truffle flavoured edible crumbs. And you've also got a lime zest.
A lime, tropical lime, and vanilla flavour.
Wow, and vanilla.
With more to come.
Brilliant.
Yep.
Can't wait. Now we've come down to Marco Stabele's restaurant today, Oro d'Aria, and he's been working with you very closely for quite some time.
We launched the flavoured edible gold together.
Okay, and he's a 1-star Michelin chef.
Correct.
Since 2011?
11, yeah, 5 years.
Fantastic. And this is Pasquale. Pasquale is his right-hand man in the kitchen, and he's going to show us something very exciting today.
Let's have a look. This is a dessert called milk, caramel and salt.
È composto da una base di caramello.
Caramel base.
Panna cotta alla vaniglia.
Vanilla panna cotta.
Piccoli pezzi di latte.
These are small pieces of milk, condensed milk it looks like.
E croccante al farro. Croccante fatto con caramello e farro.
Okay, this is spelt farro with honey. So crispy spelt with honey.
Picco di sale malto.
A little salt.
Yeah. Bit of large grain salt there.
E adesso andremo a montare un'aria fatta di latte.
Okay, now it's going to whip the milk up. Cloud of milk on top.
Wow.
The last touch, edible gold. And there you are.
It's raining gold.
Doesn't it look wonderful?
Wow, that looks absolutely
Really
incredible.
the light shining off it. Okay, so this is one of Orla Dahlia's signature dishes, and another one is potato cream with milk and truffle flavoured edible gold.
Oh wow!
Which we're going to try now.
Try both.
Yep. It's coming. Here it is.
Oh wow!
Oh, look at this.
Fantastic.
That's what all the work was about.
The versatility of this product.
Yeah, you can smell it, and that's what we want to do. We wanted to, not just the decoration, but to give it flavour. You know, so it became an ingredient, not just a decoration.
It's great to see it being used, you know, at the beginning of the meal, during the meal, and certainly going to be used at the end of the meal. Thanks again for having
taste.
it.
Let's have a taste.